Okay, what's going on, guys? Let me get all situated here. Turn that up. Okay, welcome to week 25. We're back at it once again, doing another live beat breakdown. But before we get started, let's make sure you guys are leaving a like, subscribing, hitting that noti bell, and leaving some comments down below because I really need you guys' support. I need to know what you guys are thinking. Please let me know what's going on with you. I would like to kind of start off by saying I'm proud of with it being the first quarter of a century of episodes that we got here. I just want to say thank you guys for really being there for supporting the whole dream that I'm going for here. So thank you for that. Just also want to say thanks for just always being there in the comments saying certain things like, oh, I like this beat a lot. This beat is the best one. And then hitting me up on Instagram or whatever it might be, whichever way you reach out to me, whether that's through YouTube or otherwise, I'm thankful for that. And I just want to kind of admire the growth. We've jumped all the way up to almost 300 subscribers at this point, and I've just been doing this for 6 months, so it means a lot to me when you hit subscribe. So yeah, yeah, go hit that button. Um, and also just I'm just grateful to have the community that I'm starting to build. Like people are wanting to come in and collab and different stuff like that. We're just kind of growing it. Like obviously I've been producing for a decent amount of time, but you know, that's how I have the knowledge. But just really starting out to kind of branch out to make stuff that I wouldn't normally make or otherwise. So yeah, the first thing I'll get into now is the voting. So with the voting, what we have is a whole lot of votes for this NBA Youngboy Type Beat. A lot of people were reaching out to me saying they liked the Polo G beat, and I was surprised it really wasn't the one that took off. But hey, I'm happy to do this one because it's a little bit more exciting. I'm tired of kind of doing samples now. You guys are making me branch out into doing some actual producing, some melodies, some dark melodies, how to make that. And yeah, every week we vote on my Instagram story. There's 3 beats every single week, Monday through Wednesday. Thursday we vote. Starts early in the morning, 6 a.m. roughly, on Pacific time, and then it goes all the way until the next day, basically until I want to see it. It's pretty laid back, guys. Not anything too harsh. But make sure you're going and voting for what beat you think is best. What beat you want to see, and always leave me some comments what beats you want to see in the future because I'm obviously open. For wanting to try new stuff and seeing what everybody kind of likes in this little community. So some different stuff that I'll go into about this beat. First, obviously, I'll introduce the beat like I do every week, but some of the key takeaways from this beat. I'm gonna be showing you guys today how to make a an NBA Youngboy type beat, but I'm also gonna be showing you basic, chord progressions. I'm gonna be showing you how to make those really, really dark trap kind of melodies. I'm gonna show you guys how to really focus in on your drums to kind of give them that trap feel. Obviously, making it more Atlanta style. So a lot of the things you see here are titled Zay this, Zay that. For the Zaytoven kind of style, that's basically the same style of drums I was going with on this one. So just really that the name of the beat is a Gucci Mane beat, a Gucci Mane Young Boy beat, but really it's just kind of Atlanta as a whole, with the Zaytoven's influence. Um, but yeah, so first thing, guys, I'm gonna introduce the beat real quick. I'll mute all of my tags, but here we go. yeah, so that's the beat. That's the basic core principles of the beat. So the first thing I'm going to be showing you guys today is here. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to be showing you guys today is how to like make dark trap melodies, like Zaytoven inspired melodies. So first things first, I started off with this keyboard, this piano. You know, it's an interesting sound. It comes to me from Addictive Keys. Um, Ping Pong Mallet. You can get the demo for Studio Grand, and it'll like last for like a long time. I still on the demo, and this is 6 years now or so that I've been like having that as a demo. It's a little bit better than FL Keys, personally, like in my opinion. And yeah, they got like a lot of different cool ones. But this is the Ping Pong Mallet, so it kind of like sounds like a doorbell, like you just heard there. But like I started off with like a chord progression. I just started off this one with like my bass notes. So F, so that's 1. Then I went to 4, then 6, then 5, and I just based chords off of that. So to base like your chords, like you would just go like this, like for like minor scales, like we're in F minor. So it would be a minor first chord. So like you start with your root note, so 1, then I go skip note on that to A flat and just C, and then I layered it with another one to make it a complete like fourth. Um, then we have our B flat, right? So we have our octave there, and then in between we have our major triad, I think, with F and C sharp, and then we have F again with our C sharp with another A flat, and then also another C sharp to round that out. And then we finish off with a major fifth or maybe a minor fifth. Then C, E, G. Yeah, so with that, it's like you go with it's a 1 4 6 5 pattern, and you just basically like one way you can do this is you can snap the scale, and then you can set your scale. So let me see, like I have it set so you can say F and then minor harmonic, and then you can have it snap to the scale by hitting this note up here, and then you can just drag it and it'll go to all the notes that are like available to you in the scale. So like you could just skip note with this. So it's like if I drew in this pattern, right? So if I like go to like a completely empty pattern, right? And I started with my root notes, so F. Then we had 6, so that's B, so B flat, and then C sharp, and C. So we started off with this. And then we were able to just click the note that we're starting at, then skip, skip, there you go. And then you go skip, skip. So there's a major, or first chord, then skip note, to D flat or C sharp. And then we go up here to F again, and then C sharp to F, from F to A flat, so DFA, and then C, E, G. So now, one thing I want to kind of point out here. So that's like basically how you would like just build chords. This is like the secret sauce of like building chords. Just like you can snap it to scale. If you don't know music theory, just like make your like root notes. Start off with something, and like you can like drag them out. You can make them as long as you want. You can give them any kind of rhythm that you want. But like I just kind of like had them like be stacked like this for this beat. and I'll show you going into like more layering, but like the main thing that you can like kind of like take away from this is like you can snap to your scale if you don't know music theory, right? Just say like, hey, I know that like I want to work in this scale because I found out that this scale is like a dark scale. Like if it's like a C minor, F minor, or whatever scale you're choosing, or like if you're doing like a sad scale, like maybe D minor. But like when you're doing that, you can just go in. It's like, okay, I know that I want to like follow like like a common pattern, like a common theme, like a 1 4 6 5, or like how we've done in this case. And the reason that I go from 6 to 5, it creates dissonance and makes it dark for this one. You can like a lot of people do like a different pattern. There's all kinds of different chord progression patterns. You can look those up. There's like a lot of different stuff you can learn just by like, hey, what's like the most popular like chord progression, and then you like find it online. It's like generally it's like a 1 4 5 1, and most songs have that. And you like most pop songs are like 1 4 5 1, and you like see that everywhere. Um, then you can kind of go into once you like kind of like have your bass root notes, you can just click the root note and skip up too with the snap scale, and then you can make your chord. And it's just easy like that. So if you don't know music theory and like, hey, I like know that I like want to play these chords, this is a great way to just build your chords. Um, like it doesn't take like a whole lot of brain power to do it. You're just like, all right, I like if you like just like making your own like little plucked rhythm, right? It's like, okay, this sounds like already dark to begin with, and you can start building it like it's like a little thing of Legos, right? You can just build up. These are like your base blocks. These are your root base notes that you start with, and then you just build them up over time, and then you get a nice chord progression. Now, all of that, right? So we'll take that out here, and now we'll go back to our main thing here. So what I did here is like I basically just went up from the next note up to like go up to this one to like basically like accentuate it like it's like the seventh of the chord, right? Or like it's basically like actually it's not even the seventh of the chord. I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm talking about today. So like with this, it's actually going up to the A and the C that are part of this chord. So you're like having this note that's like the higher like note, right? So like that's how we built the melody. So it's like it just like gives like room. So like you hit your chord and then go bump bump bump, and then I do it for the next one. And then like here's something that I do that's a little bit more interesting. Because I wanted to give it that Beethoven flow with it. Because he's always got those little like piano like kind of notes, right? Um, so what I do with this is like I just so all of them follow that same pattern. It hits the same notes in the chord, so it sounds like it sounds like it's all put together. Now you can obviously like this note, like the G is not in this chord, but I put that as like an accent note, and that's just like how I kind of built that. Another thing you want to keep in mind when you're building these chords is like say, hey, like we started with like all these stacked, they're all the same rhythm. You want to like if you're not like playing the piano like I can, or like anybody else that's like if you're not like classically trained or like any kind of like background in like making music, but you like making beats, you can just like edit, can hit Control All, and then go to the randomize tool, and then you can just edit the levels and like the velocity of it. You can just like randomize what velocity you want. And I may have even done that with this one. I don't remember, but like because like all the chords are stacked like this, and normally with piano you kind of want to like give it a strum, and you can also do that with this. You can just do strum or Alt S, and then it just moves them all over slightly. So like to hear that gives it that more plucked sound, like you're like actually playing the piano, right? there's just like other ways to like humanize your chords. Like if you're like playing like a live instrument, like a guitar or a piano or something like that, you got to make it sound like it's the other instrument. You can't just play the MIDI stack, you know, like expect it to all be the same. But with this one, I wanted to give that kind of vibe with it, and then I layered it with I layered the same ones, the same notes with just a different sound to give this more of a full feel, right? Because those bells are like really dark. So like sound selection, like piano, like the plucky piano mixed with the that. So combined, they like kind of make a nice like interesting sound. Um, then I added this. So what this is an organ, and I mean I like put this in a lot of my beats. Believe this is just from my Omnisphere pack, but I'll double check. I wanted to take the time to like make sure you guys could like know how to like make dark beats and different stuff like that, and like how you can like make dark melodies, like what's the best way to kind of go about doing that. How do you like how do you know to make this chord, and really it's just like whatever sounds good to you from the bass notes. But if you can follow that formula of just like starting off with like bass notes, selecting ones that sound good together, and then building chords off of that using the snap to scale, I think most people make you guys are gonna make some gold records with that. All right. But yeah, like if there's any other questions, just let me know, guys. Just another week down. Um, really happy, guys. So thank you for tuning in as always. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless, and make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Really, really appreciative of you guys. Can't wait for next week. We got a good week of beats coming up, so I'll catch you guys later. Peace. God bless.